Good morning, day 79. I'm back on the part of the trail that I left off before trail days. Highway 311. Gonna go over McAfee Knob today, and I believe Tinker Cliffs before I get to tonight's shelter. So that'll be fun. The weather's perfect. It might even be hot today, and I don't know, bonus footage is Angelita's hiking to McAfee Knob with me. It's supposed to be a moderate, and I've only hiked this in the opposite direction, so I don't really have a distinct memory of how steep it is, but according to the Far Out app, it's at worst a consistent 10% grade, which that's actually very reasonably moderate for me. So I got company for a little bit, and then I'm going to be hiking on from there. Looks like a beautiful day. Leaving McAfee Knob, headed down to the shelter where I'll probably eat lunch there. I don't think I got a lot of video on the knob, but I'll intersperse all the still photos here. You know, the ones you take. So I've got one more epic climb today up to Tinker's Cliff in about 3 or 4 miles, starting in about 3 or 4 miles. But I'm gonna climb down to the shelter and have lunch. I spent over an hour here just hanging out, getting pictures, talking to people. Taking my lunch break at the Campbell shelter just below McAfee Knob. Yeah, nice little spot. I think the last time I came through here, it was earlier in the year, and the trees were much less leafed in, so it was a lot less shady, and I thought of this as like kind of a bleak, sun-baked desert of a camp spot, but it's a lot nicer now that the trees are filled in. And they have a bear box, which is nice. But I won't be camping here. I'll be hiking on another 7 or 8 miles after this lunch break. Is that right? Yeah, it's about right. 7 or 8 miles. I've come about 5, so. So it's gonna be lunch for me. Today I'm having a leftover from breakfast, a Builder protein and tortillas, peanut butter, and jam. The usual, rather. Nothing else to say. Well, that did work as planned. Anyway, that was my secret hack for spreading it without utensils, but then I was blocking myself on my phone, as always, some mishap when I'm trying to film food. I'm just leaving Campbell Shelter after a relatively long lunch break. I've got 6 miles to go, 3 hours. So it'll put me there about 6:30. Tinker Cliffs is about 2 hours away. And it got suddenly dark and cloudy and a little bit cooler. It's not really cool, but it's cooler than it was when the sun was out. But it may just be a cloud moving across. I don't think it feels like rain. It's certainly not supposed to rain, so I don't really know, but that was just in the last few minutes. The Nomads Hike for Health, Rhode Island, Virginia, April 10th, 1932. Well, Tinker Cliffs. Arguably a better view than McAfee Knob, if not a better selfie op. But back that way goes pretty deep. So, guess we are on it. These birds don't seem to give me any notice. I'm probably 20 feet away from them. They haven't budged. Yeah, I'm on my final mile, descending down from the cliffs to Lamberts Field, I think, Lamberts Meadow, something like that. Shelter. I'm probably half mile away from there. Anyway, should be at the shelter shortly. More alliteration. I should switch to the whatever form of poetry uses alliteration from haiku. I haven't done haiku in a while. Maybe I'll do an alliterative haiku. Go on, bear. Go on. You lead on now. He's a little one. All right. Scorched Earth Gap. So this is where I saw my first bear. And it was right over there. Let's see. Just noticing how pretty this part of the forest is with the late afternoon sunlight and all these flowering bushes. Well, I made it into the campsite. My glasses cord getting tangled up in the back. Made it into the campsite about 7:30. Like I said, I stopped by the shelter, and there's no camping around the shelter. It's just too thick and steep. And there's a little campsite just below the shelter, about 0.1 miles, but I continued on to the meadow, which is really just a flat area near the creek that has a bear box. So I got here about 7:30 and I'm all set up. It's about 8:15 right now. I'm about to start making dinner. The light's starting to fade, so probably won't get any more footage tonight. So all in all, it's a good day. About 12 miles, 11 point change. So that was my day. It was a pretty good day. Now I'm gonna make dinner into the dark.